As a dating and relationship coach, every day I have someone telling me how much they hate being single. Now, when I get told that, I have a standard question that I ask them in return. What are they doing about it? Now, often when people don't enjoy the process of doing something, they don't do much about it. Maybe you've got tasks at work or at home that you find hard, you find challenging, so you avoid them. So that is often what I find with a lot of people who hate doing dating. Their answer is not much. What's the point? Nothing works. Or on the flip side, people might be obsessively swiping on dating apps, but they're not doing much beyond obsessively swiping. For example, they hate being single, but they say no to everyone. They take ages to reply to people on the apps, and if they do, it's often with only one-word sentences, right? They will unmatch with people for the dumbest reasons. They say the wrong word, they say the wrong thing, and they'll literally unmatch. They also will only give one-word answers. Now, when you're doing some of these things, it's like you're doing dating apps without doing dating apps. Now, I know that we all want to lock eyes magically across a room and meet someone. Maybe you imagine that you're in the grocery aisle across from the fruit and veggies, and you pick up an apple and lock eyes and fall in love. Or you're in a bookstore, both reaching for the same books. But what I know, everyone wants to meet someone by chance, like serendipitously, like by destiny. But the reality I see as a dating relationship coach for over a decade is I've seen people be single for that decade, waiting for that one chance, not putting any effort into it. Now, this video is all about dating smarter, not harder. Now, it's a catchphrase in work, in any area, and it's especially true in this one. It's time to stop doing dating apps without doing them. The whole intention of matching with someone is to have a conversation with them, and with the intention of arranging to meet to see if you like each other. It's not to get a pen pal. It's not to have validation or boost your ego, right? So what you need to do is something different. Now, as a relationship coach, dating relationship coach, I basically am your personal trainer. I'm your personal trainer for love. Now, a bit like health and wellness, you can go out there and get some results in your life. You might go do a fitness thing for a month and then give it up. You're not going to get the results. You might go on a healthy eating plan or cut out some alcohol for a few days. But if you don't do something consistently that's going to work for you, or even be smart in the approach, a personal trainer will teach you techniques that will get you results a lot quicker than the haphazard approach. Same with going on, a nutritionally balanced diet rather than a lot of these fad things. They are going to get you results. So as a dating relationship coach, I'm your personal trainer for love. I will look at your technique, your approach, what you're doing, whether you're doing it often enough, make some adjustments, and also keep you on track to get the results so you can date smarter rather than harder. For a lot of the ladies and men that I've worked with, I will go down to the grassroots. There's a few things that can be keeping people single. Some of it's around mindset and how we think about things. Others is the practical actions you take that will get you results. So, when I worked with a few clients lately, and I'd look at what they're doing when they get a match, what they do after they get a match, and give them a plan and a process they can follow that they can get results. And that's what you can do too. So the number one thing that I do when I work with someone is I look at their profile. Does it appeal to the type of person they want to meet? Does the pictures and what they've written fit? And will it appeal to the opposite sex? Women and men fall into the trap of writing a profile about what they would like, but it doesn't do anything for the opposite sex. So adjustments there can make a huge difference, right? Then it comes down to, a lot of the time it's easy to get on an app and just swipe really fast without paying attention. So what I would teach my clients to do is to intentionally and mindfully swipe in the moment, paying attention to each profile that they see. And sometimes we make these harsh judgments over really narrow criteria. Some people don't write profiles because they don't know what to write. Some people don't put the best photos on. So it's kind of looking at each one on their merit, even connecting with your intuition about that person rather than quickly going through them. Now, the intention when you sit down to swipe is to come away with 2 to 5 matches. So keep swiping until you have chosen a few people and widen the net. A lot of people are choosing that top 5% of people, and they're missing, the next 30% of people that would be really good quality people to meet, and they're making on a very superficial judgments. So a lot of the time that top 5% of people are overwhelmed. They're not even going to reply to your messages. They're not even going to be a match. So widen your net, think outside of the square. And again, the older we get as singles, we don't look quite like we used to, and nor do they. I often think, if you look at a lot of the older rock stars and saw their picture on a dating app, you might swipe past them. But we are much more than what we look like. So give people the benefit of the doubt, and you don't make the judgment till you actually meet in real life. So when you are making those matches, as soon as you get a match, whether you're a male or female, send a message, right? Make it short, funny, and interesting. You're not wanting to go with interview questions or an interrogation. A lot of people have a lot of messages, so a well thought of short message that you can use time and time again with alterations will get you a lot better results. And the intention is to send that message straight away, and then to have a conversation that goes back and forth with the intention of arranging a date. Now, guys, women sometimes need a little bit of time to feel safe in that messaging. Women, you can just go, look, let's messaging is really hard. Why don't we have a phone call? Why don't we meet up? That will be refreshing. So your intention of being on the dates is not for on the dating apps is not for validation. It's actually to arrange dates and meet people. And the last few clients, when I've worked with them and taken them through a process, they're in relationships minimum. One was in a relationship 2 months after working with me, after being single for a very long time. So, working on that mindset, working on the approach is all about dating smarter. And when you date smarter, you're absolutely going to get the results that you deserve. Now, my name is Debbie Rivers. I'm a relationship coach, and thanks for listening. Bye for now.